way. She made it. Could you believe that?
I think Osaka wondering for a moment whether there was a double bounce, but she seems to have accepted that it was okay. Boy, was it.
Ladies and gentlemen, a video replay is going to be played to check.
It was one bounce. You could see that. We could see that. It was one bounce, definitely. Unbelievable. Unbelievable effort from Mboko. What she has just done in front of her home crowd. Unbelievable story and unbelievable ending to this story. What a level she produced in this last game. And every time she was down, she was finding the way to the top of her game.
A fabulous effort. Lovely scenes to see. All the team, the part they played, the role they played in supporting her, helping her match by match, keeping calm when she felt the pressure. But every time, Olga, the way she has responded to adversity and stepped it up and produced something even better.
Yeah, never you felt like she's hesitating on those moments where she did do a few double faults, few errors, easy errors, and then suddenly she just found a way to back it up with aces or some winners.
I'm like, I have like two of them. Hey everyone, I just won the National Bank Open. The feels are unreal right now, and I'm just so happy to celebrate it with everyone in Canada, and words cannot describe how happy I feel, so thank you all.
The first of many interviews that she'll be carrying out as the champion here.
Yeah, she'll have to get used to it. What a joy.
Du Japon, from Japan, Naomi Osaka.
I guess. I don't really want to take up too much time, so I'll just say thank you to everyone. Thank you to my team. Thank you to the ball kids. Thank you to the organizers and all the volunteers. And I hope you guys had a good night.
Thanks Naomi. J'invite Monsieur Ferreira à remettre un bouquet de fleurs à notre finaliste. And now Mrs. Edith Cloutier will present the trophy to our runner-up.
Naomi Osaka just completely dwindled away in that last game of the third set, and I don't think that's an exaggeration at all. Respectfully saying, she completely threw the game, and even when Mboko had a point, incredible point where she dove for the ball, Naomi Osaka did not try to defend that at all, and the ball just kind of floated over her head and landed in. So Mboko was just giving all the effort throughout the entire match, and quite frankly, Naomi Osaka, especially in the third set, was not. And maybe that's part of the crowd. You have pretty much 95% of the crowd rooting for Victoria and 5% of the crowd rooting for Naomi. So there were some Japanese fans in the crowd last night rooting for Osaka. We saw some Japanese flags in the crowd, but not in this one. Maybe they just couldn't get them in there. So if they were, it was high up in the stadium. So uh, I really think the crowd. That would be my guess. I could be wrong, but I really think the crowd really affected Naomi today, and there was even a kind of a bizarre moment, not bizarre, but just unexpected moment where it was like 2-1 in the third, and Osaka hit her first serve out, and Mboko had hit the return, even though it was out, and Osaka just kind of launched the ball in the air and got a warning from the umpire for a ball abuse warning. So technically, if she got another warning, it would have been a point penalty. We know how that works. When Osaka and Serena played many years ago in the U.S. Open, and there was a point penalty, a game penalty, and a warning for coaching. Coaching is of course now legal, but so yeah, that was a little bit interesting. I think that, it's interesting how these matches can evolve. I think what we're seeing from Muboko, and this is two matches in a row now. Muboko played, or is it am I mispronouncing that? Mboko? Let's just stick with Victoria. You can kill me in the comments on how you pronounce her last name. Victoria started off very slow against Elena Rybakina last night. I think lost the first set 6-1, 6-2. Exactly the same thing as tonight against Naomi. And I was telling a family member of mine that was going to happen, and it certainly did. But I, contrary to what we saw last night with Rybakina, tonight in the third set, it was not close at all. And wow, the first Canadian to win the Montreal Open since 2019, and before that, it's been a long time since before 2019 since someone's won the Montreal Open. A Canadian has won the Montreal Open. So what a night for Victoria and her team, and her mother and family are in the crowd, coaches are in the crowd, and they didn't show, at least not yet from what I've seen, they didn't show Naomi Osaka's coach at the end of the match. Maybe he just left the court really quick to talk to Osaka. Osaka, right after the third set, left the court for quite some time. That's a little bit unusual to leave the court after a third set when you're waiting on the trophy ceremony. It looked like the trophy ceremony was a little bit delayed, waiting for Osaka to come back on court. A very short trophy ceremony, only about a 20-second or less speech um, by Osaka, and she was very dejected and very sad. It'd be interesting to see if there was a press conference with Osaka, what she's going to say after this one, and also very interesting if there was a press conference with Victoria, what she's going to say after this one too. Yeah, it's if you think about it, science. I mean, if you I remember one time I was at a summer camp, and there was an experiment where they brought someone up on stage. It was a big auditorium of teenagers, and the teacher told the teenagers, "Hey, let's do an experiment. I want you to boo so and so that I just brought on stage, and just boo them like you do not like them." And they did, and then he flipped the script and he said, "Hey, I want you to cheer this person and clap for them and smile at them." And like, I think a couple thousand people doing that, you feel the energy, you feel um the booing, and your body language changes, and probably the chemicals in your body change. I mean, seriously, that's what happens. The reason why I tell you that story is because I think you know where I'm going with this is I think Naomi Osaka felt that today. I can't remember a crowd like this against Naomi Osaka ever in her career. It was a special moment tonight in Canada where they're rooting for their fan favorite Canadian Victoria, especially rooting for, someone so young. We're always rooting for those teenagers. 18 years old is Victoria. I'm not sure how old Naomi is now. Maybe what is she now? 26, 27 years old, something like that. Forgive me if I'm botching her age if she's younger. But yeah, I really wish, we'd get and I'll go back to this, and maybe it's very unfair for me to bring this up because, professional tennis is really hard, from what I'm told. I really wish we could have got a full effort from Naomi. It was hard to see Naomi throw that last game, especially those last 2 points. I mean, she just through it. So she was mentally done. Hey, she's down 5-1. We've seen in the past players come back from 5-1. It can be done. So when she was down 4-1, when she was down 3-1, I think she just checked out and she was just really frustrated. She had gotten her serve broken several times, obviously in that third set. She might have gotten her serve broken every single time in the third set, losing that set 6-1. So we'll see if Naomi plays next week or actually this Saturday. Today's Thursday, so this Saturday the Cincinnati Open starts, just 2 or 3 days away, and we'll see if she plays in that one. I'm pretty sure she's going to, but you never know. We'll see. Um, and all the big names should be in that one, especially Arena Sabalenka should be in that one. Arena didn't play in this Montreal Open, and so many big names. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. There's the thanks button on the bottom right of the video player. Just says the word thanks. You can send me money by clicking on that right there on your phone or your computer, right there on YouTube. Super easy, works all around the world. Any amount helps, small, medium, large. Thank you so much. If this is your first time here on Best Muscle Video, getting your tennis analysis, thank you so much for watching. And uh, almost over, kind of, the tennis season, but still a lot to go. I think these players, correct me if I'm wrong, they're going to be heading over to Asia soon after the US Open. Isn't that correct? Am I way off on that? Do they head over to Asia in October? Because I haven't seen the China Open or the Japan Open or the Korea Open yet. So maybe that all happens before WTA finals. I'll have to look that up because I'm kind of interested in that. But yeah, we'll get the Cincinnati Open and the US Open and then hopefully some more tournaments before WTA finals to wrap up the season. And after that, we'll pretty much be wrapped up for quite some time until the season starts again next year, which is going to be sad. But yeah, every year, or at least every other year, we get another superstar uh, who emerges from the crowd, and Victoria is definitely one of those people this year. Can she maintain it? She's only 18 years old. Is she going to be the next big thing? When Emma Raducanu went through the qualies and didn't even drop a set, I think, and won the U.S. Open. A lot of people were thinking, "Wow, this is really something." And not to take anything away from Emma, she's an absolute superstar, but she is not won a tournament since. So you see where I'm getting with that. Arena Sabalenka is the true real number one now. Swiatek was, um, number one for quite some time, and now she's not. So Goff is number two, and I think Swiatek, is number three, but correct me if I'm wrong on that. So we'll get all the big names next week. Pretty much everyone is playing in that, with the exception of maybe some people who have injuries. Andreescu, Kostyuk are questionable to play in that, and maybe Mira Andreeva may be questionable in playing that too. And who knows? Maybe Mboko will sit this one out. She has a little bit of a wrist issue, or maybe they want her to play in Cincinnati. We'll see. A lot of um, things to think about on playing one or the other or both of these tournaments, Cincinnati and Montreal, to kind of set yourself up for having a better ranking for the U.S. Open, because everyone's shooting to win this U.S. Open, or at least do well in the U.S. Open, and a lot of ranking points on the line and a lot of prize money on the line. So it's going to be a lot of fun watching this. 7:45 p.m. Central right now here in Dallas. We're always filming here in Dallas, Texas, on the southern part of the United States. It's wonderful to get these tournaments in Cincinnati starting this Saturday, and then Montreal this week, because we get to watch these matches in a timely hour. Whenever we get the matches or get the tournaments overseas, or Europe, Asia, it's always pretty hard on us because we have to stay up and wake up pretty early. So it's been fun, and it's a privilege to watch these two play tonight. Japan versus Canada, and Canada takes this one. It's been a lot of fun. Interesting fact. I was thinking about this today, and I'll leave you with this. I don't know if I think Naomi Osaka was born in Japan. I think, but I'm not sure about that, because some players they're not. Of course, Osaka's playing for Japan, but maybe she wasn't born in Japan. Victoria was born in the United States, but then she was born and raised in Canada and speaks fluently in French, I think. For example, Emma Raducanu was born in Canada, but then grew up in Great Britain and has got that cool British accent now. I will leave you with that. Hopefully, I said something you didn't know, and I really hope Naomi Osaka gets over this loss quickly because we know we appreciate her so much, especially her mental health and all that stuff that she's talked about before. And I'm a quarter Japanese, so I love the Japanese. It's fantastic. Sushi, give me a little gyoza, and I'm happy. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for keeping it here on Best Muscle Video on YouTube. If you made it this all the way this far in the video, you are awesome. I appreciate you. And I will talk to you later. Hit me in the comments below, and I'll definitely read that. Talk to you soon. Bye.